What's up, guys? Welcome back to the FNG Academy. Buck here from Green Beret, here to help you guys get selected. Alright guys, in this video we're going to talk about morning routines, why you should have one, why you need one, and what mine is, also how to start establishing your own. But before we do, this video is sponsored by 18 Alpha Fitness. If you haven't checked out Kevin over at 18 Alpha Fitness, you're doing yourself a disservice. Kevin currently works for the Air Force Special Operations, getting guys physically prepared to get selected for TAC-P, PJs, and all that stuff. He's also a former Green Beret. That's 18 Alpha. He was an officer and he was an Echo. So go check him out. His website will be listed below. Sign up, tell him Buck sent you, and get his workout routine rolling to make sure you guys are ready to go and in the best shape you can. You always hear about morning routines, and we're always so interested as to what successful people's morning routine is. Why is that? Why is it so common that successful people always do certain things? Journaling, have a morning routine, have a set schedule, have a lot of things in their schedule. The reason is because that stuff works and it helps build momentum right out the gate. There's a book out there called Make Your Bed, and what he's talking about is essentially that exact same thing. Is he's saying you need to wake up and immediately make your bed. And the reason for that is you're building momentum into your day of doing positive things. So the whole purpose behind a morning routine is that you're starting your day off focused on you. You are going to feel better. You are going to feel like you invested in yourself and you are worth the rest of the day doing positive things. So if you could wake up and in your first hour to 2 hours, just knock out a bunch of positive things and make yourself feel good, you're going to invest more in yourself and you're going to be less likely to fall into negative traps with negative people, because we're all surrounded by negative people all the time who likely don't have morning routines. They likely don't have a lot of goals or big goals that they're aspiring to, and they're just looking for people to bring down. So you need to separate yourself from those people by investing in yourself each and every day. So that way when you run across somebody like that, you're not allowing them to get into your headspace, because you're like, you know what? I've invested too much in myself to allow you to get into my head and take up my valuable headspace over your nonsense, because you don't have focus in your life and you don't know where you're going. Trust me, there's plenty of those people out there. I'm on a YouTube channel. I get them in the comment section all the time. So what is my morning routine and what do I recommend? The first thing, and you hear everybody say this, wake up early. You need to wake up early, and here's why. Waking up early is going to establish, it's just a shitty thing to do. It sucks to wake up earlier than you want to wake up, right? So the first thing you're doing is establishing a difficult task, and you're completing a difficult task. The very first thing, that's money. So that's why people wake up early. You know, Jocko. You don't have to go Jocko crazy and wake up at like 3:30 or 4 in the morning. I'm not sure if he sleeps at all, but it's super important to wake up earlier than usual. If you usually wake up at 8, wake up at 7. I wake up personally at 5:30 or 6. It's not super early, right? But that is, my kids get up around 8, and that's when I need to step into dad role. So from 6 to 8, that's 2 hours I have for me. Before the kids wake up, before the baby starts crying and I need to help out and be dad, I need to get me done. So I'll wake up early, 6. The first thing I'm going to do, actually, rewind that. The first thing I'm not going to do is check social media. So the phones, the computer, YouTube, Instagram, stay off it. Stay off it. There's way too much going on there with politics and negativity to be jumping that. You have all day, you could be hitting the refresh button on your Instagram. The last thing you want to do is start your day off like that. So no social media for at least the first hour. And then from there, I'm going to jump into my journal. So I got my journal. I'm going to need a new one soon because I'm about out of pages in this one. But everyone says journal, you got to journal, you got to journal. But if you guys have tried journaling, you'll probably realize that it's a little tougher than it looks, right? It's like just a bunch of blank pages. What do you write about? So I've structured my journaling process a little like this. The first thing I do is what I'm grateful for. Usually this will happen in like a prayer I'll thank God in the morning first thing. Thankful for my family, my health, my team, and the fact that I have purpose in my life. I'm driven. I have enough money to pay my bills. I'm not starving. My family is doing great, and I am surrounded by love. I'm super grateful for that. I'll make a cup of coffee, enjoy the view from my yard, and just send a prayer up to God. But that's the first thing I'm going to do, is talk about the 3 things I'm super grateful for. I'm going to write those things down quick. The next thing is daily goal. So daily tasks is a separate section, right? The daily goal isn't the task list of things you want to do today. A daily goal is, let's say yesterday somebody cut me off and I got pissed, right? I maybe even flipped them the bird, yelled at them, whatever. Obviously, I'm disappointed in that behavior, because that's not how a responsible adult should be acting. So today, my daily goal is to control my temper better, not get in road rage, be patient, be less aggressive or more motivating for my kids. Whatever my goal is, to be better than yesterday. That's my daily goal. Then I have my daily tasks, which is the things I need to get done that day. And then the rest of it is jotting down where I want to go in the future, things I want to accomplish, my overall goals, 1-year goal, 5-year, 10-year, things that happened that upset me. Did someone say something that ticked me off? Write about it. Now, here's the purpose of getting it out on paper. First, it takes it out of your head so you can focus on it less throughout your day and focus on bettering yourself. But 2, you get to go back and check on that, and you realize, like, man, I really let that person get to me. And that was so nothing. Like, outside of that moment, it was just a nothing thing that happened. And so you get to reflect on it, and then next time you could say, well, I remember when I journaled about letting that guy upset me or this person upset me, and then come to realize it had no bearing on my life. So maybe this time I'm going to let that slide. So the reflection is the other half of why journaling is so important. All right, long rant about journaling, but there you go. So pick up a journal. The FNG Academy store, we're going to be coming out with our own pretty soon. That's going to have things bulleted out for you. It's going to have selection tips and all that stuff in it. So it's going to be a help you get selected / journal coming soon. All right, the next thing I do is I go grab my book. So right now, I don't like the covers. I take those off. Right now I'm reading Beyond Order by Jordan Peterson. I'm almost done with it. But guys, don't listen to a book first thing in the morning. Guys and girls out there, don't listen to a book first thing in the morning. Read a book. It's a different thing when you read the book. Because trust me, I listen to books all day. But when I'm flipping through pages and focusing on the book, and it's allotted book reading time, you focus so much more. And don't worry about how much you read. Like, if I only read a page of this in 20 minutes, or 2 pages in 20 minutes, then so be it. Because sometimes I'll have to reread the thing like 4 times because I found myself drifting into a different thought. And I'm like, wait a minute, what did that last page even talk about? What was it really getting at? And I realized that I had been thinking about something else, and then I just was going through the motions of reading. So then I bring myself back to the reading and focus. I guess you could say it's almost like a meditation, because meditating is all about controlling your thoughts and not allowing your mind to drift. Or so I think. Who the fuck knows? I'm not into meditating. I think it's cool. It's something I want to do, but I was so bad at it when I tried it that I kind of gave up. This is kind of my meditation. So, read my book. Woke up at 6. I got my coffee. I got my journaling. I read my book. Now I'm about probably 45 minutes to an hour into my day. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get to work. So, bust open the old laptop and start writing book number 2. I'll spend about 45 minutes to an hour writing book number 2, which is, it's not so much about, my life. Book number 1, Rising Above, was about my life and how I got to this point. This one is my heart and soul, everything I've learned, processes along the way, things I've used to be successful, things that I, failed at, all that stuff. You guys know me. I'm an open book when it comes to my failures. But this one is all about helping you guys not make the same mistakes I have made and try to fast track you to success and to that achiever's path. So I'll spend an hour writing on my book. And then from there, it's time to go get a workout in. And then when I was in when I was in Chino, California for Bedros's Squire Program, which we're going to continue to do. And if you haven't checked out that video, I'll link it up here. Check out the Squire Program. And the video we did is awesome. But those dudes were jacked and tan. Everyone there, right? You got Raves, a Navy SEAL, CIA guy. He's all jacked and tan, and everyone's jacked. So I'm like, man, I need a tan. I had to take my shirt off to go into the ice bath, and I looked like I was glowing. Like, you could turn all the lights off, and I could light up the place on my back. So lately, since I've been back from that, my exercise, I'll go jump on my bike, and I'll ride around my neighborhood, just cruising with my ear pods in, listening to a podcast or an audiobook. Right now, the audiobook I'm listening to was a recommendation by a good friend of mine, Steve at Iron Yeti Studios. He recommended Start With Why. So that's what I'm listening to right now. So on the bike, I'll listen to Start With Why. I'll listen to some Joe Rogan. The last Joe Rogan episode I listened to that was phenomenal was about sleep. I forget the dude's name, Michael something. He wrote a book called Why We Sleep. Wow, it was amazing. He really broke down the value of sleep and how we're shooting ourselves in the foot with this whole I only sleep on 3 hours. I'm successful at 3 hours of sleep. No, you're not. You're diminishing your capacity to think, to operate, to focus. So we need sleep. So I highly recommend you go check out that episode of Joe Rogan. You'll love it. I still got to pick up that guy's book, Why We Sleep, because he was amazing to listen to. I never thought sleep could be so interesting. So this is going to be a longer one, guys. But you need to establish a morning routine. It's so good for you. All you young guys always ask me out there, like, hey, Buck, what could I do, man? Like, I'm in high school. I want to be a Green Beret. It's my dream. What could I start doing right now? You could establish a morning routine, and you should have a morning routine. You need to focus on you and better yourself in the morning. So read, journal, exercise, drink water before your coffee to get hydrated. And then for the rest of the day, focus on things that you're passionate about, your projects, what is most important to you, and research it. But you need to invest in you. So I hope that helps, guys. And I'm going to end this on a story that Bedros told me in the podcast that we did together. I asked him, I said, as you start to rise in success, because this is something I've noticed as my team and I have started to find some success on YouTube, but through our shows, which you guys are going to see dropping, with Wine and Rations, and we have a couple more dropping soon. The haters just come out, and the haters come and, they want to pick at you and they want to talk trash. And so I asked him, I said, what do you do about that? And he said, when an eagle soars, he said, and it gets attacked by ravens or crows, he said they'll attack the eagle 3 at a time. So like 3 crows per 1 eagle. And the eagle is unable to defend himself against all 3 crows at the same time. So he said what the eagle will do is rise above and keep rising and rising and rising. He said the eagle is able to reach an elevation that the crows are not able to reach, and so they start falling off because they can't keep up with them. And then he just soars above them all and gets himself to a point where he's completely safe. And that really spoke to me, guys, because as you start to go down your venture to become special forces, to become Rangers, Green Berets, there's going to be crows. And they're going to come around and they're going to try and attack you. Some of those crows may be even family members. They could be friends. They could be people from your unit that you thought were friends. And they're going to start picking at you and they're going to start attacking you. And they think because they're stronger in number that they're going to get the best of you and they're going to squash your dreams. And they're going to keep you down so you turn into a crow like them, and then they have more numbers to bring more people into their circle. But I highly encourage you to take Bedros' advice and be the eagle and soar as high as you can. Don't focus on the crows. There'll always be crows looking down, looking for others to pick at because they don't feel confident enough to be eagles themselves. And I don't care if you are striving to be a Green Beret or if you just got out of prison and you're doing your best to not make the same mistakes. If you're trying to better yourself for if you're trying to better yourself for your family and for your position in life and for your future, you are an eagle. So when those crows come around you, soar as high as you can. Push on the gas and do even better. Get there faster. Fly straight up instead of a gradual angle. Let's go. So all you eagles out there that are flying with me and flying with my team, let's go. Let's go straight up and just watch all these crows fall off. And then once we get to the top and we're just a pack of eagles hanging out at the top, we can be high-fiving, saying what's up, and we'll all look at each other and give that nod because we did it. All right, guys, I hope that helps. Establish your morning routine, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Hey, guys, one more thing. If you get any value out of these videos, and if we've helped you in any way, shape, or form, or you just want to see the shows continue to come from us, motivating you, inspiring you, making you laugh, like Wine and Rations, we have 2 shows coming out. One is Sucks to Suck, a game show where we compete and loser gets embarrassed beyond his wildest imagination. It's gonna be horrible for whoever loses. You're gonna see Green Berets doing some pretty embarrassing things. We are pushing the envelope for what we're doing. So if you like what we're bringing to the table and you get anything out of these videos, please do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It helps tremendously. It puts us out there, we get the algorithm. The more views, the more we're able to build on why we're doing what we're doing and get the reach. So helping me in that way will help you guys in turn. I appreciate it so much. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I know everybody asked for that, but it really does mean a lot. So if you guys got anything out of this and you want to see these videos keep going and you're an eagle and not a crow, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks, guys.